Ish, this democracy with its public servants balling harder than the citizens that elected them really perplexes me. I mean, to think this beautiful country with so much potential is being ruined because of the greed of a few really frustrates me. And I see it spilling over and permeating all levels of society. Just where are we headed? And what are we going to do about it? Moan or be the change we need to see? Thank you for watching It's a Wrap, the show in which we reveal the injustices in our society in the hope of spearheading our history into one we will all be proud to tell. Dysfunction, reparations, and corruption are the words on many a Namibian lip these days, and it's crippling. We've got 99 problems, and now even the weather is one. How traumatized were you not by these images of police clashing against residents of Katima last week? How reminiscent of the images of an apartheid government, and yet this is black-on-black violence. Who are we?
I cried that day. I didn't have inner peace. What touched me was an 80-year-old woman caught up in the whole, this bulldozing of houses. I saw, people, structures that could be worth 500,000. I mean, and the land does not even belong to the Katima Mulilo Town Council. I mean, this is, we people of color, we suffered. Apartheid is nothing but greed. We already suffered under apartheid. I never thought that my father took the bullet for the same come back. We must demand accountability. Our leaders, they didn't even declare their assets. What needs to be done is they need to redeclare, because now Gengop is one of the biggest land barons. He has a rental property which he acquired within 3 years. And we don't know the police violence if Ndaitunga is also one of the big land barons. And of course, they were targeting that people, the economy was booming with the Angolans, and they were paying any price. But now with the financial crisis, the Angolan have gone back and we cannot afford to pay those rents. So it could be politically motivated. The anti-corruption needs to investigate who owns what. Maybe Ndaitunga reacted not as a police officer with the duty of protecting lives. Maybe he reacted as a land baron, because I don't understand. Our struggle was all for equality. If I can't live dignified in my country, and the only place that I can have dignity is at a cemetery park, town development. Why do we plan cemeteries but we don't plan houses for our people? Why is it that the lifestyle of our politicians is so expensive to maintain? How do they consciously drive wheels with 3 low-cost houses? The public outcry is just basic. It's shelter. We are talking about sanitation. If our children don't have access to clean water, if our people are making their number 1 and number 2 in the riverbeds, can we really talk about being proud Namibians? Then we have failed the majority of our people.
After much ducking and diving, we also managed to get the acting CEO, Patrick Lilungwe, to speak to us.
The violence, what I can confirm is there was all these things that are going on social media about the violence, police belief. There has never been such a thing. We have seen on social media that they have reported that a woman was shot. There was violence between the police and the community. There was never something like that. The only thing that I can confirm was the first day when we started, that was 2 weeks back, there was some, small resistance from the community. And that's where the police were involved. And there wasn't any violence in it. The police were just involved there just to maintain law and order, nothing else. Because they were just there to protect the staff members who were doing the demolition. To talk to these people, we have been talking. We have not been sitting idle. We have been engaging them. We have been talking to them. We have been doing all that to inform them and to tell them that what they are doing is not right. You cannot just come and grab land in a local authority. If you want land, we have got procedures that need to be followed. And what I want to put on record here is, it does not mean just because you have applied land, then you are guaranteed that you get a land.
Minister Shaningwa's PA said she had a hectic schedule this week, so we asked Monica why she thinks it's taken so long for Namibians to access one of their most basic rights in the country of their birth. Check this out.
The backlog in housing is that of over 20 years, and it's because the people that we vote into power, they are elected by the ticket of a poor community, and then they dislocate. So then they disconnect, and the elite are getting richer. I mean, when I came into this country as a child, I was, optimistic. The cars were not these big Benzes. You could see that we are a nation in progress. But now if the nation is only catering to feed 3 constipated frogs, while 97 are looking on, people are poor, where are we going? Namibia, land of the brave. I think we must stop as women, we must speak up. We are no longer mute. We are no longer afraid, because even our ancestors had to overcome fear to fight for equality and for human rights. And it starts with shelter, health, education, and sanitation.